Yo, Omax, I like that.
That's when I first heard his teammates and his coaches call him Omax. I remember I was in Kamloops, British Columbia when I first heard it, so I thought it was cool. And then it kind of stuck.
And the next year I left to go to Chicago and prep school, and people had trouble saying my name over there, my full name, so I just said, yo, call me Omax, just call me Omax. And then it stuck as they went on.
But his mom still calls him Olivier Maxence.
I tell him to say you're Olivier Maxence, but you can call me Omax, so people know his real name.
My people. I don't remember a time where I was not around the game. My parents were playing some senior leagues out in the city.
They didn't see us play university games, but we'll take them back. There's an alumni game where, usually I play and Gillen plays. So they're on the sidelines with all the other kids of all the former players.
It was like, Olivier Maxence, make sure your sister's okay on the side too.
Yeah, he had a job now, he had a job.
So he was a babysitter on the side when mom or dad were playing basketball.
Growing up, when my brother was amazing. He's such a protective brother, which was kind of annoying sometimes because I was like, why do I have a third parent?
They would bring me and my sister with this tall, shooting on the side hoops.
And then, they were waiting for the timeout, to get on the court. So it was fun. I mean, we exposed them to everything.
I think that's what made me fall in love with it.
Omax was destined to play basketball, but we only found that out, from my perspective, a little later. At first, he looked like he was destined to be a soccer player.
Oh, that's a nice goal!
Soccer was really my main sport for a long, long time.
Soccer is like the sports to put your kid here.
He participated in 2 under-12 World Cups. Soccer took him around the world, when he was 13 and under.
And at his size, to see him run on a soccer pitch was a beautiful thing. But he also was excelling in basketball, so I get it. At some point, you got to choose.
We look at you, and you're good at both sports, but you're gonna be over 6'5".
It was at a point where I was like, when I was 13, 14, I was like, man, I got to pick one. Do I decide to keep going the soccer path or the basketball path?
Come on,
Hey! Good work. Thank you, Pop. Thank you very much.
Man, it's funny, I just saw a clip of, he sent me a clip for my 40th, and he was such, 10 years ago, right? And I'm looking at him like, man, time does fly, right? Time does fly, so. Yeah.
I think from the outside, he's talked about it a little bit, there's an assumption, weren't you and Clay in the same draft? Mm-hmm. Okay, you've played Team USA together, right? You've known each other a long time, same shoe company. We'll talk about Anta in a second. But
he has 2 rings because of our matchups. Yeah, you could add that in. Yeah, it's fine.
And so for you guys to be on the same team in the NBA now, I just want to know what that relationship has been like with Clay and what it's brief time so far together as teammates here, but what that's like.
Man, I'm gonna be just completely honest with you. Sharing the court with other peers of yours or friends of yours or brothers of yours that have played just as long as you, it is a little awkward just initially because we spent so much time playing against each other and competing against each other at the highest level too. And it is that inner dialogue of just, I love you, but I remember what you did when we were playing in the finals. Just little things like that make the conversation a little bit more fun.
It's motivation more than anything. Obviously, we weren't happy with what happened. We pissed off the whole summer.
I'll never say, oh, hate him, But at the end of the day, I want to be in that position too.
Last year, we had a pretty successful year. And I think with the addition of these 3 young men here, we're taking a step in the right direction.
I just saw myself fitting in really well with this team, and that's why I'm here.
I'm just here to pick up whatever slack they lost or just add to.
Our job is to go out there, play as hard as we can, and just try to get back to the position they was in last year.
We know how hard it is
to come there. You know, every little detail matters, so it's just very important that we have this mentality.
I think everybody's mentality has changed. We realize that it's not out of reach for us.
It takes a lot of patience, you know, it's a lot of failure and success.
Everybody's in here working every day trying to get better. I think guys have gotten better, gotten stronger, faster. At the end of the day, we know we're going to be hunted, but we're not worried about that, and we're only worried about one thing.
You know, just learning from what happened last year, learning to what they did. Okay, check up.
Stuff planned for the future. You're launching your foundation. Just kind of tell us about the joy basketball has brought you throughout your life, and how has that inspired for you to work with the foundation that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole inspiration from, you know, basketball has given me so much. You know, since a little kid, I always had the ball in my hands. When I was 13, I left Slovenia to go to Madrid, so I learned not just basketball, but everything off the court too. You know, I learned through basketball.
How has basketball shaped who you are today, both on the court and off the court?
As a little kid, you know, everything was basketball. And then I went to Madrid, you know, learn new language, learn a lot, go to new school. And then, you know, on the court you can see, gives me joy since the first day till the last day I'll play. But off the court, you know, I met so many people, learned so many stuff, and just gave me so much.
There's a lot of pressure on kids nowadays. At an early age, we're seeing a lot of kids quitting because they're kind of burned out.
Like you said, there's a lot of pressure on the kids, and that shouldn't be it. You know, they're just kids, they're just learning. I want to make some youth program. There is, you know, you're allowed to make mistakes, no pressure. I want them to have the same experience I had.